and welcome to today's Vinyasa practice. Let us begin seated on our mat or on a block and find your way to the sacred space right here and right now, and let go of anything else that is in your mind at this moment. We're going to close our eyes and just focus on the breath, on the air that comes in and goes out of the body at its own pace. You can also imagine a color if you like, color of your choice, and visualize the breath as it comes in through your nose and mouth, down the throat, into the chest, and all the way down to the belly, and out the same way, up again. And then open the eyes again and start with some shoulder rolls. Roll your shoulders at your own pace and make big circles back and around. Don't worry if you hear some cracking noises, that's perfectly okay, as we're warming up all the tissues and all the muscles. We'll change direction. We'll then take some rolls with the neck, a circle, and then back in reverse direction. You can do that really slowly to just warm up all the tissues. And back to center. We're going to raise our left arm, bend over to the right hand side, come back up and change direction. Let's try to combine that with the breath. Inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, bend over, exhale back to center. Inhale, find length in the side of your body. Exhale, come back up. And back to center. We're going to place our hands on our knees and start with some spine circles. You can take it really slow and try to move the entire spine. We'll also try to combine that with the breath. So one breath with the inhale and exhale is as long as one round of the spine all the way around. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a few rounds at your own pace, and then we'll meet again in the middle. Last round, and come back to center. and change direction to the other side. And back to neutral. We'll then come to tabletop position. We don't need to block at the moment. So from here, we're going to shift our weight a bit more to the left side and then inhale up, open up all the way, exhale, cross under. Inhale up, exhale, cross under. Try to look up all the way, and when you exhale, let go of any tension. One last time, and we'll stay up here. Continue breathing, but we're extending the hand as far as we can. Hold that for a moment, and then slowly bring our hand back down to the mat. Now stay here for a short moment to feel whether there's any difference between the two sides. And then we'll take the exercise from the other side. Shift your weight slightly to the right hand and the right knee. We'll inhale up and exhale, fold under. Inhale up, exhale, fold under. Extend your arm all the way, find length, and let go of everything. When you exhale, next time we'll stay up with the left hand, continue breathing, stretch a little bit more, and then exhale, slowly let go of the hand. And now, once again, feel whether there's any difference between the two sides. We're then coming onto the toes, walk forward with the hand a few steps, and we'll come to downward facing dog. Walk the dog a little bit by moving the heels. And then we'll inhale, raise the left foot, and exhale, come forward into a warrior one. Find a stable position in warrior one, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. On the next inhale, extend our arms slightly to the top. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale in a dynamic movement. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly bring down the arms to the side. We're then going to shift the weight a bit more onto the left foot, and then inhale up for warrior three. Stay here for a few breaths. You try to hold the balance and the strength in this pose. Exhale, bring the arms down first and take a wide step to the back into high crescent lunge. Hips are facing forward and shoulders are relaxed. We'll just sink a little bit deeper into this pose. Exhale, bring your arms down. Straighten the left leg and bring the right leg a little bit closer. We're now going into pyramid pose. So both feet are facing to the front. And if you like, you can have your arms on the side of the upper body. Or if you like, you can interlace them into prayer pose behind your back. And with the next exhale, bending forward with a straight back. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Exhale, come back up. We'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back to down dog. You can stay here or take Vinyasa with me. Inhale, rise up the right foot. Exhale, step forward, rise up to warrior one. Find your position. And then we'll inhale, extend a bit more to the top. Exhale, bring down the arms in a dynamic movement. One more time. Exhale. Let go of your arms. Bring the feet a bit closer. And inhale. Shift the weight to the right foot as we come to warrior three. Exhale, bring the arms down. Step back to a wide step into high crescent lunge. And here with every breath, sink a little bit deeper into the pose and try to hold it. Exhale, bring down the arms. And we'll have both feet facing forward for pyramid pose. Like before, you can have your hands on the side, or if you like, interlace them in the back in prayer pose, and then bend forward with a straight back. Stay here for one more breath. And then exhale. Slowly come back up. We'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. You either stay here or take a vinyasa. Inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, step forward into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, stay here. Come back to warrior two. Place our left arm on the left foot. We'll take a large round here into extended side angle. Extend the hand as far as you can, as if someone were pulling you up here. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, all around, coming back. And then extend the left leg. You might have to shorten the step a little bit as we're coming into triangle pose. We'll inhale, have the hands parallel to the mat, and then go forward first and come into triangle pose. Hold the pose with all your core muscles. We're not supposed to touch the mat here. Just hold the pose and maybe look up to your right hand. Exhale, slowly come back up. Bend the left knee to warrior two. We'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat for vinyasa. Inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, step forward into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, and exhale, stay here. Come back to warrior two. Place the right arm on the right knee, and we'll take one large round to come into extended side angle. Exhale, bring back your arm down to your hips. Shorten the step. Raise your arms parallel to the mat. Come forward and come into triangle pose. Exhale, come back up. Bend the right knee. Cartwheel the hands down for a vinyasa. And you can walk all the way forward to the top of your mat. You can stay on top of your mat. I will stay here so you can see me. Next we're going to practice tree pose. So take your left heel and place it on your inner thigh. And then bring your hands into prayer pose, either in front of your heart, or you can also raise your hands all the way to the top. I will stay here for a few breaths. Just find stillness in the pose by adjusting your breath. And finding the right balance. Exhale, release your arms and release the foot. And for a moment, come into mountain pose to feel the difference between the two sides. We'll then shift the weight to the left foot and place the right foot on the inner thigh and bring our hands to the chosen position. exhale, release your arms and release the foot. And once again, come to mountain pose and see whether it feels different now. And then take a deep inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. And roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Come back to standing. Once again, inhale up. And then exhale, come to a chair pose. Find length in the back, straight neck. And it feels as if you were sitting down on a chair behind you. Bring your hands in front of your heart into prayer pose. And we're twisting to the left. So you have your right elbow on your left knee. One more breath in this position. And exhale, come back up to center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold the hands in front of your heart as we twist to the right hand side. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale, come back up and fold forward. And we'll roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's come down to the mat for our last sequence. We're coming into a assisted seated forward fold. If you like, you can use 1 or 2 blocks for assistance. I'll have them ready here. And now we're going to walk forward with the hands just as far as we can. So if you don't stick your fingers to the mat, they will just slide back a little bit. So that's just the point where we want to go. And then we'll find the blocks here to place our forehead on. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Exhale, slowly walk back with your hands, and you can remove the blocks to the side. We'll then continue with swan pose. So I'm going to turn around, and if you like, you can have 1 block ready for support underneath your hip. So place your hands in front of you, and then bring forward your right knee, and the left leg is sliding back. So if you like, you can place a block under your hip, and then we're going to walk forward with the hands. So you have the option to stay here on the elbows, or if you like, come down all the way with the forehead to the mat. Exhale, slowly come back up and walk back with your hands. Remove the block and bring back your knees to tabletop. We'll then change side. Bring your other leg in front. Slowly move back so you feel a hip stretch. Place a block underneath the hip. And then we'll slowly walk forward to come down into swan pose. Exhale. Slowly come back out of the pose. Remove the block and place your legs in tabletop pose. Slightly come out with the knees and then come back into child's pose with extended arms. You can place your forehead on the mat and just find length in your arms and in your shoulders. We'll stay here for 2-3 breaths. And then slowly come back up to tabletop pose. And we'll turn around and come to lay down on the mat for Shavasana. Find a comfortable pose for your hips. Might want to readjust them as well as your shoulders. Extend your legs, palms facing up as we come to Shavasana. Let go of any thoughts you have in your mind at this moment. And just have the attention on your breath and on the place where you are right now. Feel the breath coming into your body, expanding, and also feel the breath on an exhale, leaving your body again. Your spine is in one line on the mat, a straight, stable, and neutral line, and your shoulders and hip bones are placed on the mat and make you feel weightless. Let us stay in this moment of stillness for a short while to relax. When you're ready, slowly find your way back to the here and now and start moving your toes and your fingertips. And then slowly roll over to one side and come back to a seated position with closed eyes. It is now time to thank our body and ourselves for completing this practice. So please bring your hands in front of your heart and thank yourself for taking the time to do something beneficial for the body or for the soul. Let's bow forward together, bring the hands to our forehead. Namaste. Thanks for sharing this practice with me today, and I hope to see you soon again on my channel.